What's up, everybody? It's the movie guy. Okay, I thought I'd talk about the episode 5, instead of wait till the end of episode 6 because I might get stuff mashed up a little bit. So, anyway, spoiler chat. Here we go. So, Matt's at the bank. He's talking to, obviously, he's sitting there talking to the bank person. I love how the camera pans from the front and does this to the where whoever's sitting there, and then when it was panning, I was like, "Oh, that's really cool! Look at that, a Miss Marvel pop figure." And then when they showed who was sitting there, I was like, oh, "It's Yusuf! It's Yusuf Khan!" I was like, "No way! It's Kamala Khan's dad." Which I really like Miss Marvel. I'm a big Miss Marvel fan from the comics, so I really like the show. But talk about Miss Marvel, that's a different video. But anyway, proper episode. St. Patrick's Day just passed. This takes place during St. Patrick's Day, and you have some Irish bank robbers taking over the bank, and Matt's leaving. Matt hears it, and he's like, whoever he was on the phone with, I think it was one of his partners from the law firm. He's like, call 911. So then Matt makes his way back to the bank, and Yusuf is like, didn't you just leave? So I was like, okay, how's Matt going to get out of this? And I'm already thinking this is the episode where he's gonna pull a Batman or something, where he leaves like Adam West and leaves, and he's gonna come back and wear the Batman suit, where he's gonna wear the Daredevil suit. And I love the interaction between Matt and the head of the bank robber, because he was asking about Matt, who's your name and stuff, and he's like, oh, you're blind? You're blind and you're orphan? And I thought, the bank robbers, his thoughts in his head, I was thinking, okay, he was thinking, you can't make this shit up. You're basically blind and you're an orphan. So the police gets there, and then the bank robbers is like, wait, somebody had to contact the police. So, they're trying to get the safe open and take Yusuf and stuff and everything. And then later in the episode, Matt's like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I was just like, okay, here we go. I think Matt's gonna take this guy out. And I called it. And I was right. When it was slow-mo, and then Matt was putting his stick away, and he had that fight scene with one of the bank robbers, I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. It was like, here we go. Dude, that scene was so cool. And he grabbed the shotgun before he hit, because he was trying to be so quiet so nobody else would hear. That was so cool. And I was like, he's going to become Daredevil again. And I really liked how, going back to the first episode where he was still had the piece of Daredevil's mask, the horn, in his hand. So I think he's just pondering, he's just pondering. Also, the bank robbers kept talking about, the boss. So I was thinking, okay, is these guys working for Kingpin? Which I think it's 80% sure. Or are they Muse's guy? Now, I haven't read a lot of Daredevil. I've only read a few. I read The Man Without Fear, and I've read a couple of runs. But I'm not real deep into the Daredevil Rogue Gallery lore. So I don't know if Muse is an Irish villain or anything. So I was like, maybe this is Muse's guys or something. So Yusuf is trying to get the safe open, and he's stalling because I think he said he didn't know the combination. I love how Matt just comes up behind and just boom takes the guy out, and Yusuf is just man. He's like, how? I thought you were a lawyer. And he's like, I'm a really good lawyer. And I was like, oh my god, he said the line. He's like, he said the line from Spider-Man. He was like, that's cool, because I have actually got a shirt where it has Charlie Cox on it, and it says, I'm a very good lawyer on it. I was like, there's the line again. That's awesome. So they were just I love how they went into the vault, and they were basically, they had to bring something back, and then the police was like, that's it. The SWAT team's going in. And I love how, when the SWAT team came in, and then Matt just walks up to the guy with the yellow mask and slams him against the wall. And a twist. I was like, oh, the one that hostage that you thought it was a hostage wasn't a hostage. It was working with the bank robbers and stuff and everything. So, I loved how the end of the episode basically Matt or no, whoa, whoa. Oh, I forgot about this scene. Oh my god, I forgot about this scene. I got so much. I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god. When the bank robber, like when the SWAT team came in and the police, like he changed into a police officer, I was like, oh, that's how he's gonna get out. It was almost like the town. It was exactly like the town. That was just crazy. It was just exactly like that. How it was like Ben Affleck's character, and like they were like they switched into the police officer, and that's how he's gonna leave. He saw the town. He was like, this worked in the town. This is gonna work for me. And then Matt pulled on the red mask and was fighting that dude. And when he like snapped that guy's leg, I was like, oh my god. Oh wow, that was oh my god, really another good action scene. So 2 really good action scenes in this. And I love at the end it was just like the interaction with Yusuf and Matt again. And Yusuf is like, hey, you should come have dinner with me and my family. And I'm like, here we go. Matt Murdock and Kamala Khan, first time interaction in episode 6. I think it's going to happen. I was like, yes. I don't know if she's going to be in full on. Are we going to get some Daredevil and Miss Marvel like action, like team up? Oh my god, like please? Oh, that would be awesome. But anyway, yeah. I was just like Yusuf like goes into the butterscotch dish and pulls out like the jewel. That was just like, man, this was a really, really good episode. My dog's going crazy. But anyway, I'm also like going back real quick where the guy was just like, yeah, the only thing expensive, there is no money in here. He's like the most like, he's like, I got a Mark Messier like autographed puck in there. And I loved how they just talked sports right there for a second. That was awesome. But anyway, thumbs up. That was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really great episode. I love the stuff with the bank robbers. I love the interaction between Matt and the bank robbers, and the stuff with Yusuf and Matt Murdock. Yeah, that was really good. I can't wait. I kind of looked at the little picture for episode 6, so it looks like we're going to get Muse in the next episode. So let's see if this one is better than episode 5. I don't know. But anyway, I'll talk to you in a little bit.